seller credit, like, okay, buyers are like, what is this seller credit? I see this sometimes when I'm looking at houses. They're like, okay, the seller is offering a credit. What does that mean? Why don't they just reduce the price of the house instead of giving me the seller credit? Like, which one is better? Like, okay, Mike, can you help us out here?
Yeah, that's such a good question. For a buyer that needs the funds to close, let's say, like most people, it's really expensive to buy, but we want to do it. But then when we get to that, here's what you need to bring into closing figure, all of a sudden it becomes sometimes unattainable again. But if it's unattainable massively, then you're not in the right purchase price level. If it's unattainable and it's close, then you are still in the right purchase price level. But now we need to figure out how to bridge the gap. And the way that some people are very successful bridging that gap is making their offer from the beginning with a seller credit or finding out during the process, I'm going to need some extra funds. Let me figure out a way to get a seller credit. And what that seller credit ends up being used for is really to offset closing costs and to get you in the door without having to exhaust your own personal savings and resources. So, a couple strategies. On the front end, let's say the seller is selling a home for 450. You can offer 460 and ask for a $10,000 seller credit. In the process, you offered 460 and the appraisal came in at 450. You tell them, hey, listen, we're still willing to buy it for 460, but we want a $10,000 credit. Or potentially the home inspection comes back and it shows there's $15,000 of work that we got to get done. But it's not required work where you're going to be forced to do it. So you go to the seller and you negotiate a $15,000 credit. All of that goes directly back into your purchase to be able to offset closing costs and help you with that down payment.
Wow, Mike, you just blew my head away because the thing is, you explained that so well, very much in simple layman's terms. And I think there is a benefit because if you were just to reduce the price, then you're kind of still stuck as a buyer, still paying for all those other costs that would need to come out of your pocket. That is really not the seller's responsibility. But this kind of is like a win-win for everyone. So the seller is not necessarily reducing their price, but they are helping you pay for some of your closing costs. So, but then you as the buyer is getting into that home without taking more money out of your pocket. So yes, I mean, it can be again a win-win for both sides. So I can see the benefit of this. I can see this being a part of a lot of transactions as we move forward in this kind of like tricky strategic, market that we just have to really navigate for, I don't know, the next, few 6, 9 months. Who knows? No one has a crystal ball. But thank you, Mike, for putting that in really good terms. And hopefully the buyers or sellers can get some benefit from that explanation. Oh, wait, what is that word? What is the word I'm trying to say?
Explanation. Yeah. And if you need any more explanation, reach out because every situation is different. I have a
Yeah.
client right now who needs $14,000 to close, and she's going to get half of it as a gift from her mom, and the other half is coming from a seller credit. So, sometimes we're splitting it down the middle. Other ideas, just real quick, is that we know rates will eventually be coming down and they'll be coming down more than they already have. You can go with a higher rate now if the payment's still affordable and you can qualify and get a lender credit and then set yourself up to refinance in the years to come when they come down more substantially. So there's lots of different ways to get into a home, and we just have to be creative and open-minded.
That's great. That's great. I know I have a listing right now at 207 Snowberry Court in Murphy's, California, and my sellers are actually doing the same thing. And we're looking at, because the insurance is really high in that area, that can possibly help a buyer just for the first year, at least cover that and at least give them a great incentive just to, get in there for the first year and help them out. So yeah,
Yeah,
this is a really great opportunity for a buyer.
it sure is.
Yeah, and if you're watching, if you need any more information about that, Mike's information is below. My information is below. Remember to subscribe to the channel. And if you have any other questions, comment below and we'll make another video for that topic. And bye for now.
Bye for now.